Hello Libra, thank you for clicking on my channel and welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I live in Nova Scotia. This is going to be your winter forecast for the months of December, January and February. There are love readings for December, January and 2024 readings. You can find them all over at the website along with your horoscopes. So do check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm drinking from a coffee cup from a subscriber. When it's cold, it's black. You don't see. It's like when you pour hot liquid in it, it reveals the picture. Cool, huh? Anyway, let's begin with your reading. The first card will be the head of your reading, and it's going to affect all the cards laid out before it. And the cards were pre-shuffled. The head of your reading is going to be Fortune's Wheel, the beginning of a new cycle. Well, that's fitting, I suppose, the end of the year going into winter. The Six of Earth, the King of Water. We'll take a closer look so you can have a good gander at these cards as we go along too. The Nine of Air and the Eight of Earth in the first row. We have the Four of Fire. At the heart of your reading, we have the Queen of Fire along with the High Priestess. And bookmarking this row will be the Nine of Water. Someone's going to get what they were wishing for Christmas, I think. The Five of Fire in the last row. Oops. The King of Fire, which lies directly below the Queen of Fire. The Page of Air. And Justice, Libra energy, major arcana. This is a major arcana as well. Let's have a look. Well, some of you are going to be very fortunate. Windfall, we have, not just because of the Fortune's Wheel, but because we begin with the Six of Earth, which is either an income or a steady flow of money. It's also about reciprocity, that equal give and take between you and another or others. I say another because the Four of Fire is just beneath it. And it signifies those foundation stones. And it talks about partnerships, long-term, marriage, etc. We have two kings here with the Queen in the middle. The Queen of Fire, she's my entrepreneur card. She is my Law of Attraction card. She shines like a bright light. She's gorgeous. She turns heads when she walks in a room. Everyone hanging on to every word she says. These two cards, now if they're not the same person, maybe they're two people. We've got Scorpio and Leo energy along with Aries energy. But if it's the same person, this person not only loves you deeply, deeply connected to you, but also passionate, wise, loyal, has your back, protective. And did I say deep connection? Yes, I did. There's a very deep connection here. Wish fulfillment lands right beside this King of Water, which is that deep connection. Wish fulfillment is also above the High Priestess and the Master card. Sorry, my microphone was way over there. I hope you heard the first part of my reading, but I just moved it forward. The Master card, I call the Master card, the Master Craftsman. You'll see that this violin is deeply rooted in the earth and branching out, harmonizing. This is the role of the teacher as well as the student. Once something is mastered, comes the knowledge of realizing you're a student. You know that saying, the more I know I don't know. Perhaps you're mastering, Libra, the ability to make wishes come true. You know, that law of attraction on a higher conscious level. That's why the High Priestess shows here is telling me there's a higher conscious level that you're reaching. You know, I've been talking about the world going through a near-death experience, which I believe we're in. We're in the thick of the big ugly. And I do believe that 2024 is going to see, at some point, recovery coming in. But this feels very much like you mastering something to rise above that big ugly to see a bigger picture or a bigger understanding. Now, this conflict could very well be the let's not forget those we lost. Maybe this feels to me like a sense of maybe feeling a little guilty for, you know, why did I live and the others die? I'm not saying that you're going to suffer deaths in your personal life, but we are suffering deaths in the millions worldwide. Here, sitting at the end of 2023, it's evident with what is going on with the WARs, and it affects us all. That's the feeling I'm getting from the Five of Fire, which is about conflict, inner conflict, outer conflict, but the feeling I'm getting is that feeling of, do I have a right to happiness? Do I have a right to benefit in spite of all of the suffering that's going on? Libra, we end this spread with your card, Justice. Your energy. Bringing things to balance. Understanding that conflict. And I love to see that in its place. So that, you know, we have this reciprocity or flow. Mastering the law of attraction, connections, love and loyalty, higher conscious levels, and wish fulfillment. But then we have this, it's like a balance. That before I get too proud and braggadocious, understanding the conflict of others. Though you could be this personal conflict. Maybe you're beating yourself up for something at some point here, and here comes the King of Fire, who picks up the slack. Say you have a moment of, I'm depressed today. I don't want to get out of bed. Look what's going on in the world. It's a piece of crap. This one has your back. Lifts you up, inspires you, reminds you who you are, your abilities. And they're keeping an eye on you. This is sometimes called the spy card. Waiting for the right moment. When do I step in and help? Because Libra, you're able to do all of this without anyone's help. but for those moments, or the moment of conflict, that inner conflict. And even if this is outer conflict, this one comes to your defense. You know, it's, what are you saying about my Libra? You need to go fook yourself. That's not who Libra is, and don't talk about Libra like that. You know what I mean? Outer conflict. Or someone arguing that Libra should do this. This one stands behind you, beside you. It's like, no. Libra's doing what's right for Libra. And the repercussions of that will be Libra rippling out to others, bringing balance. Let's clarify this. Major Arcana, landing on a Major Arcana, the High Priestess. Now, this deck, it says, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. You see how she is holding a book. Those are the Akashic records. This is your higher conscious state. Reaching into that to find answers in this burgeoning new world. See, the cup's starting to go back to black. Cool, huh? It wears off after the first cup, but I really like that cup. Holds just the right amount. Renewal. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments of yourself and others. This is the snake shedding its skin. Renewal. Renewal of a flow that is stagnated or even stopped during the big ugly. The pause is over. With the wheel, I liken it to how things start slowly, slowly, and then suddenly the renewal, the transformation. King of Water is being clarified with the Six of Summer. Someone from your past that you are deeply connected to. Could be a mother, sibling, friend, relation. Yeah. The card says children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past. Remembering events differently in a better or a worse light than how they really occurred. Something from the past that you are connected to is returning. Could this be the test, Libra, as you go into this transformation? Is this an enlightenment of why this person was in your life? Or event happened? They say the past repeats. But where the wheel is concerned, I have a different outlook on what the wheel is. It's not that we return to the beginning. We return to the season at a higher level of consciousness, which is clarified here by the High Priestess. Just clarifies how I feel about my interpretation of the wheel. In other words, going around like this, you're going around at higher levels of consciousness. You don't repeat. It's not a repetition as much as it is of a gaining, a learning, growing. And this transformation to this higher level was assisted by the past. 9 of Air is about wish fulfillment, but we've got 9 of Water to clarify it, which is that nightmare card. What if my wish comes true? You know, surely you understand those emotions. 9 of Winter is that nightmare card. Being afraid of how bad it could be, and it isn't never as bad as we imagine. But also, it is not unhealthy to think, I am going to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Wish for the best, but prepare for the worst. This particular card in this deck says unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So what does that mean? Does it mean you dug your bunker a little overly deep? Or everything as far as fear is concerned, Libra, is unfounded. This is how we are being controlled, is through fear. So getting a grip on that fear, preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, but don't live in fear. And 2 9s. Double 9s. Ego. The illusion of being trapped. Placing too much importance on material items. Getting caught up in fear and worry. So this renewal, this viewing of the past has a lot to do with your past experiences, your ego. You're mastering this. Now, I suppose you could master it in such a way that you are a control freak. Really good at manipulation. But mastering your ego, and this falls in the same column as the balance. Finding your balance. Understanding that in partnerships, which have showed up here, that in partnerships, all partnerships are codependent. But the ego or devil card shows up when that codependency becomes toxic. So here is the mastery over it. Your ability to take the bull by the horns, so to speak, or the goat in this case, Capricorn energy. 5 of Autumn. Now, traditionally, the 5 of Autumn is about feeling left out in the cold, the feeling that you have lost a great deal. But what many don't understand about the 5 of Autumn is that you have not lost it. You have not lost that core value that you came to this planet with, and will be rediscovering it. The card says reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career changes. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. Now, if you look at the visual of this card, she is handing out to impoverished Libra, feeling like you've lost, or the changes, this transformation, this death of the past, or transforming the past. Perhaps it's that ego that you're battling with. The conflict that says, this is a codependency that is toxic, or this is a situation that I can't win, and I've sacrificed a lot. This is a value you have never lost and can never be taken away from you. She has a light on her forehead, so that once you look up, you will see the value you thought you lost, but is still there. And this is clarifying the 4 of Fire, which is about partnerships, long-term commitments. I have the feeling that there is a long-term commitment to an idea or a person, or desire, passion. That is not lost, it's still there. Say you're an artist and you know you're in a funk. I can't create any more beautiful paintings, or I can't create any more beautiful music. You know, what's that word when they stagnate? Writer's block. It's still there. It is still there. The King of Autumn is landing on the Queen of Fire. Now we've got 3 kings landing on the Queen. Male, female, doesn't matter the gender here or how you look at things. It is the energies. The King of Autumn, this card says, is compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. So the King of Autumn can be a boss, offering a better job or a promotion. It could be a person, you know, proposing that you connect, maybe someone from the past, build something new. But whatever this energy is coming in for the Queen of Fire, it is to ignite it. Ignite that fire. To bring more stability and inspiration. The 4 of Autumn is landing on the High Priestess, to clarify the High Priestess. We have the Wheel with the High Priestess, now the 4 of Autumn. This says to manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help those who are less fortunate. How I am reading this card is that you have held on. It has never left you on that higher conscious level, your value. Those universal laws of the core values of who you are, what you are, your purpose. That no matter what this transformation is, you do not lose that value. You hold on to it. You've held on to it. On the manifest level of Earth, managing your resources. And if you've reached this point in the winter, which many do, because winter seems to bring depression from lack of sun, let me just give you a word of advice on how to fight it. 1, up your vitamin D levels, because it's the vitamin D that the sun brings you. It also protects you from, can I say the word without being censored? It protects you from, you know, the bugs. And also, Libra, one of the things that you can do, even if you can't get your hands on the vitamin D, pick a room where you live. Dress it up, clean it up. It will be a holy act of preparation for your surroundings and your energies. It will greatly help. Why I'm telling you that, I don't know. It just came to me that for some of you, this will be, maybe I'm acting like that King of Autumn for a minute here to inspire you. Prepare, even if you can't see it, you know, you're in that writer's block. Prepare your station, prepare your space for when it arrives. Yeah, that's how it feels. 9 of Water, wish fulfillment. Here it comes. Emotional fulfillment from the 9 to the 10. An emotionally fulfilling life with family, friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. 10 of Summer is about that completion of that understanding of deep connections, what matters, what counts, and how you value it. Here you think you've lost that value. Here you are fulfilled. And for some of you, if you were praying and hoping that maybe you had a falling out with someone you love deeply and you are connected with, that's reconciliation. Prince of Spring is going to clarify this confidence card, or lack of confidence, the conflict card. Now, the Prince of Spring can be a player, indeed. But whatever this, maybe this is your fear that, someone from the past returning is going to play you. But I tell you what, this is also energies of blockages being removed. This is, the card says charming, self-confident, passionate, restless, immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. Blockages being removed. So either way, if you see someone as a player, then you see them clearly as a player. And there's no conflict in that. All of these cards are indicating that this is about the removal of blockages. So maybe you're revisiting the past, how you were played. Or maybe this is a guilt of playing someone else. Maybe that's what this was about. Not really feeling that, but it might be for some of you. These are being removed. This is your renewal, your transformation of your value. The blockage is being removed so that you can see clearly. King of Fire is going to be clarified with the Unity card. Another major arcana. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So this is the visiting of the old. What is it you need to keep and what you need to let go? Now, landing on the King of Fire, this loyal, faithful one whose heart beats for you, who wants only your best interest, your best good, your highest good. Doing the right thing for the right reason. Maybe you thought that they were a player. Maybe you thought that you shouldn't have done that, but they did it without intention of harming. This is doing the right thing for the right reason. Now, this person will defend you even behind your back. If someone says this conflict card, someone says something bad about you, he comes racing into a race. He comes racing into erase. He defends you. He's on the same level with you, Libra. He, she, doesn't matter. Like I said, it's the energy. This person. And we have a number 5. And that's about change. That's about radical change. And this is the 5 of Wands. This is a radical change, a radical insight to something that maybe you didn't know, or you knew but felt you could do nothing about it. Things are changing for you, Libra. Page of Air, life experience. This is the Tower card. There's your radical change. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunity. I couldn't say it better myself when it comes to the Tower, because it's about something that has to come down. It's just not working. It's too wobbly. But the foundation stones are there for you to build more solidly. The opportunity. Let no crisis go to waste. Now, this is often the Spy card, someone who's waiting in the wings for the right moment to step in and It's probably this King of Fire saying, I'm with you, Libra. We can build this together. Justice is going to be clarified by the 5 of Spring. Opposing goals arising from different opinions. Feeling at odds with yourself or others because of overly ambitious people. So maybe there is a player coming in saying, Libra, this is what you should do. You should invest in this big opportunity. And I don't know, that King of Fire may not be on board, seeing maybe the pitfalls and doesn't want to see you fall. But we have a falling of it, this life experience, this tower of what needs to come down. So maybe some are saying, you know, hang on to that old ego, Libra. But the beauty of this, clarifying this, is that you're in a position to look at all sides and to find the balance, to find the truth, which harkens back. If anyone's trying to play you, these blockages are being removed. And you are in a position to bring the balance. Listening to all sides. So you may be making a difficult decision, but it is one you feel is necessary for the sake of balance. We are going through very trying times, and I think, you know, this winter is going to be the uncloaking of a lot of, well, the big ugly is already out in the open, and more people are seeing that. You're in a position, Libra, to grab the energies at a higher conscious level, which, by the way, moving into sci-fi world as we are, I think sci-fi world is going to be in full swing by springtime. This is helping to prepare you for that. Higher conscious state of being. We can never go back to the way things were. But we return to a season where we can build something better. That's the feeling I'm getting from this reading. Quite an interesting winter. So for the challenges, for your inner challenges, Libra, whether you feel defeated, yeah, follow my silly advice there. Believe you me, it's magical what it does for you at a higher conscious level. And check the horoscopes out. I compiled from the top astrologers around the world, going into AI to compile it. And there are pages for the months, the winter months. Each month has a horoscope, of course, as well as a love reading, a personal love reading for Libra. And you'll find a link in the description below to my subscribers. God bless you. And for those who haven't, I hope you do. And I truly hope I see you all again very soon. Bye-bye for now.